everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bullwinkle J. Moose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kelly and Andy McPhee.
Nice, nice. Do you have any movie posters for it?
I do. I think I sent one to you, but I can resend it to you. I haven't printed one yet, but I will have to for sure. And that was a fun process in making the film poster as well, because Carrie and I got together and we edited the film in one day as well. And we made the poster within an hour as well. He set up all the lights. I bought a few scones. My film is called Ensconced, and I wanted to play on words, a pun in a sense. And so I've got a lovely, delicious scone, and yes, we did eat it. We did have a second one. The first one didn't live very long. The first one, you know what? I have a lot of respect for food photography after making that poster.
And
Yeah, that's interesting.
Lara,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I want a printed copy of your movie poster when
You will get my first copy.
thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
promise you.
Elizabeth, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I certainly can. But I just wanted to say to Lara, firstly, that isn't it amazing that when you're kind of acting on your creative instincts, the things that you can, when you just throw yourself in and you just completely trust yourself, isn't it amazing the things that you can come up with? And the timelines that you're talking about with this film are pretty crazy, pretty unheard of. But when you're leading right into that and trusting yourself fully with your creativity, it's amazing. I think because the response to the film has been so incredible. I think it's because it's this whole kind of acting purely on instinct that you've gone with that I think that people really tap into.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think I've felt the way I've felt ever in my life by creating that film. I felt like, and you're talking about instinct, it was like I was being pushed forward with this
Yeah.
momentum and I couldn't stop. I was a woman possessed, but in a great way, not a zombie way. But like it felt like I had an arrow coming out of my, solar plexus, and it was just driving me forward. And I think I do agree with you about the instinct, and it might not be the most, beautifully finessed film in a sense.
Sure.
It definitely, the only budget went to eating food and the composer, and but what my film has is a big heart. And it's a blur of genre of comedy into drama, which is, the dramedy in a sense. And I really love storytelling that has that, has a heart and or has a meaning behind it.
Yeah, and all of that really comes through. Doug, can you tell that I'm one of her biggest fans?
Yeah, I can tell right away, not just friendships, but setting aside friendship, it's definitely a fan. And considering that you have a lot of books behind you, that sort of makes it a library, do you have any inspiration from those books you could share with Laura for another film? Or
I make up a wonderful story and say that yes, I've got lots of inspiration from these books, and I'm actually in a family member's house.
oh,
I'm actually on a break at the moment, so this isn't my room, but I would love a room like this. It looks like it should have one of those ladders that kind of goes across on a rail and you can climb up it. That's always been one of my dreams. So no, this is not, but no, I do take a lot of inspiration from books. But I take a lot of inspiration from like people around me as well. Like I'd feel really lucky that because Lara and I known each other since we're like 11, 12, and just we're both always been such creative people, but like I draw so much inspiration from her. Like it just, I don't know. I think it's really special to be such close friends and like such creatives as well. And neither of us have had a straight line journey to get to where we have. We both started in like completely kind of different fields and have kind of ended up where we were. Like Lara was a ballerina, and through choreography and acting, and but then all the all the study as well that she's done and that I've done, and because I started in art, kind of got pulled off it and went right into costume design and fashion design, and it was in that kind of world for a long time because I really, I've always really loved sewing and garment construction, but then I've ended up back in art, and if you kind of plotted it out on a map, it's just the line would be like this. But once I'm here, like that feeling that you were just describing, Lara, of having like that, or that almost like that arrow that kind of comes out from your solar plexus, like you just know when you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, because everything just, not that it's not a huge challenge and takes so much discipline and hard work, but things fall into place in a way that you understand fully and know fully in your entire being that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I haven't even answered your initial question about talking about who I am. So I'm an artist. I'm a painter. I work primarily in murals, so doing kind of large scale art, but I also have a fine art practice that I'm really loving building up and really kind of putting a lot of my focus into there. And a lot of my artwork is quite niche. It's quite unique in that it's quite patterned, and it's based on I'm heavily influenced by past eras and artists like Alphonse Mucha and from the Art Nouveau period, and William Morris and all the wallpapers. And so a lot of my work has a real kind of folk art, like folk nouveau kind of bend to it. And it's quite characteristic. So that's what I do.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia, saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.